I'm going to talk about the three silent trust killers in B2B sales, and I'm going to specifically focus on how I use Sandler to fix them with some of my rockstar clients, right? Let me make a statement. Deals don't fall apart at the close. They typically fall apart at hello. All I'm saying is very early somewhere something went wrong. Now, most B2B sellers that I talk to, they think they lost the deal because of pricing or timing. The truth is you lost it weeks ago, and you lost it most likely because trust broke somewhere at the finish line or before. It most likely cracked during discovery, pricing, and the proposal stage. Something somewhere, right? Now, here's the fun part. Most sellers never even notice it. So I'm going to help you fix that. But before I do that, let's tell you a little bit about myself one more time. Hi, I'm Dr. Deepak Bhutra. I'm the founder of Jabulani Consulting. I coach consultants and sales pros to close complex deals without pressure. Very simple. You build trust from minute one. In this video, I'm actually going to break down the three moments in every sales process where trust quietly erodes and how you can use the principles from Sandler and the Sandler methodology to protect it, rebuild it, and win deals because of it. Stick around, because once you get this, you'll see sales differently forever, my guarantee. Now, let's talk about losing trust number one, discovery phase. You asking questions without proving you listened. Think about it, 2:1. You've probably been taught to ask great questions in discovery and you've practiced it in role plays. But here's what I've noticed breaks trust. You asked, they answer, you move on. The buyer walks away thinking, did they even hear me, or do they just want to demo something, or do they just ask questions for the sake of asking questions? Here's the fix that I recommend to you. Simple rule. Sales is a conversation between adults to uncover the truth. So here's the move you need to make. Do the discovery. Do it carefully. Send a 5-bullet recap email of it. Not a full transcript, a thoughtful summary that proves you listened to their business goals, to their objectives, to what they want. Pain. I want you to focus on pain. The pain points they shared have to be at the top of your agenda, at the top of your lips. Some of the key decision drivers that they need to be aware of, put that down on paper. Who are the stakeholders and what is the process that you're going to follow? Put that down on paper also. Make sure that you're building trust everywhere. And then close off by simply stating what is the next step you agreed on to go forward with, right? This is extremely critical. Now, what this email is saying, or these minutes for those meetings or discovery calls is saying, is that you're not there to pitch. You're there to partner. And that's how you stop trust from leaking early. Very simple reminder. Most sellers are great at asking. Few are great at proving they listened. Let's move on to how to lose trust, point number 2. And this is a critical one, pricing. You either give it away too soon or you're just dodging the question. But let's be real. Pricing is loaded. It's something that's going to pop. You give it too early, you sound like a pitch machine. You dodge it for too long, your customer, your buyer starts feeling manipulated. And this is where you need to balance things out, right? So one of the key teachings that I talk about with Sandler is that don't spill the candy in the lobby. Translation, very simple. Don't price before pain, budget, and decision are clear. Too early. Play the game. Leave something for the show. But here's the nuance. If the buyer asks directly, don't play hide and seek. Say this. To be transparent, clients typically invest between 40K to 150K depending on scope, complexity, and integration of the solution. I've said that, and I know it's a broad range, but I'd love to understand more before narrowing that down. Is that fair? What you've done is you've shown respect for the question without ceding control of the process. You parked the pricing without sounding cagey, without sounding like you have to battle around, not getting to the point. You build trust while staying in charge. That's extremely critical. So here's a simple reminder. Buyers don't hate prices. They really don't. They hate feeling sold to when they have a reaction to the price. Watch that one out. Let's move on to the last trust factor that's very critical for me. This is again one of the top 3. Proposals. When clarity dies, trust dies as well. Here's the typical flow when things go wrong. You've crushed discovery, the buyer likes you, then you send a PDF stuff with 3-point font, timelines, jargon, and then they ghost you. Why? Because the proposal didn't feel like a solution, it felt like a pitch. Here's what I typically recommend from the Sandler point of view. Your proposal should sound like the natural continuation of your conversation. That conversation that you've been having with the customer carries on. It's not a corporate monologue where you're doing all the talking. Page 1 clearly shows their desired outcomes. I want you to then talk about the success metrics. Talk about the project timelines that you envision for that specific project. How long? What will happen during it? Talk about the roles and responsibilities of the people in the mix at that point for what's going to happen at that point, in the terms of the project at least, right? Talk about risk. Talk about risk, which is important for your customer to understand that he will not lose faith in trusting you and giving the business to you. And then show how you will mitigate those risks. And look, here's my professional guidance on this one. The real trust play is very simple. Never send the proposal cold. present it live, walk them through it, ask something very simple. Does this reflect what we discussed? Because I assure you, if your proposal is not mutually understood, it will not get signed. Don't pitch your proposal. Please just co-author it. Co-author it with your customer. Co-author it with the champion. Here's the truth. Deals don't die from bad product fit. They die from emotional breakdowns no one saw coming. And trust is very, 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 very delicate. It dies in discovery when you don't reflect back what you heard. It dies during pricing when you confuse transparency with surrender. Think about it. And to be honest with you, the last one, not the least, is again the proposal discussion we had, right? This is when you forget the buyer's world and make it about features. It's not about features. It's about giving a legs to your solution that matches the customer's pain or aspirations. Here's what I want to close with. Sandler has given us an approach that reminds us of a few basic things. Lead with intent, always. Control without manipulation. Delay gratification without being evasive. And when you do that, you don't just protect trust, you amplify it. Because in B2B, the deal doesn't go to the slickest pitch. It does not. It goes to the most trusted voice in the room. And that voice has to be you. Look, if this resonated and you want help building a sales process that earns trust at every stage, here's a simple suggestion that I can give you. Book a discovery call with me. Let's map it out together. More than happy to help you figure out how to do this. And to keep the learning going, keep watching these videos, right? There's more coming soon. And those are all going to be game changers for you as well. It's not what you say that closes the deal. That's the simple point I'll make to you. It's what the buyer feels when you say it. And that's what you need to focus on. Take care. See you in the next one.